Well, good news, they haven't come out yet.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Highlands Golden Ram Stadium. Tonight, it's the opening night of the 2019 football season. The Highlands Golden Rams hosting the Plum Mustangs, along with the Dean, Mike Choma. This is Mike Pavlik in her maiden voyage. Upstairs is Julie McCorkle, and we also have Ken Wood, our able spotter, in the house tonight. And Dean, it's year 19 for us.
And Mike, it's a beautiful evening for high school football. It's finally cooled off, and we have a great evening tonight and a worthy opponent in the Plum Mustangs.
No, they are. Well, speaking of worthy opponents, the Rams come in here. Both of these teams were 2-8 last year. Neither one of them made the playoffs. But the Rams have a big hole to fill at quarterback. They got to replace 4,000 yards of Seth Cohen.
Yeah, Mike, last year he threw for 1,777 yards, and he was our leading rusher with 679 yards. But the good news, he left behind a big target, the 6'7" Johnny Christ, who caught 40 passes last year, 796 yards, 10 touchdowns. He will be here tonight, and his new quarterback will actually be an old name, Chandler Timmons. Yes, Braden Timmons' brother, who threw him his first pass, will get the start tonight.
How about that?
In the scrimmage, he completed 6 of 7 against Hampton for 103 yards. We have 7 back on offense, 7 back on defense, but here's the key number for Chandler. 4 of those guys are offensive linemen.
Right, and it's an experienced group, but none of them are seniors, which is interesting too. The Rams only have 10 seniors in their roster, so it's an inexperienced group to say the least. Well, last year we went to Plum on this same night. It was a beautiful night over there too, and the Mustangs had their way with the Rams, beating them 32-14.
Yeah, Mike, we learned a lesson that game too, because the week before we had 2-a-days, and we had 2 weeks of 2-a-days. They only had 1. This year, Coach Girardi decided to just do 1 week of 2-a-days, and we just had single practice this week. The other thing we have, Mike, that we lost early last year against Plum was Brock White. He got hurt first play of the game. He averaged 6.8 yards when he came back, so I think we're going to try to establish the run game early on, especially with a freshman quarterback.
Right, and that's something you do want to do. And if the scrimmage was any indication, we saw a lot of that they wanted to load it up and run the ball as best they could. What are the keys to tonight's game? The Mustangs coming in all white, and we mean all white. Good luck trying to read those numbers. The Rams will be in their home golds tonight.
Well, one thing, Mike, that get off to a better start. We started 4 games last year. We were 0-4. Good news, we have 3 of our first 4 games at home, and the Golden Rams have to respond early on.
And you see the coin toss taking place. The referee tonight, veteran official Joe Kulik. We have special guests running the clock tonight. Steve Meaner and Tyke Gallagher are here. Tom Stabile's off at a NFL game. So special guests in the booth, and we're going to be gentle with those guys.
And Mike, speaking of the 40-second clock, that's the new rule. And again, you want to explain to everybody how the 40-second clock is
Right, the 40-second clock is going to work as much as it does in the NFL. And you take a look at it now. It's set at 25, which it will be on dead balls. Mostly dead balls is when it will go to 25. But after the play is over, the clock's going to be set at 40 immediately, and we're just going to start the clock. And it's supposed to cut time off the game.
Well, Steve Sutton coaches in Virginia. They did it a few years ago, and basically they said it took almost a half hour off the game.
I'll take it.
Yeah, again, like you said, the times will be set for 25, administration of penalty, start of a period, timeout for amazement, basically administrative timeouts. Otherwise, what they're trying to do is eliminate the referee's discretion of starting the clock. It will start at 40 seconds.
It will. All right, the toss has been held. The one you see now isn't real. They actually do it a half hour before the game. Plum's getting the opening kickoff, and they will get the ball as we start here in the first quarter. Many companies give you car insurance quotes, but only Nationwide backs it up with dedicated licensed professionals and superior claim service. Mel and John at the Boucher Agency want to make ensuring your new teen driver a stress-free experience, or as stress-free as possible. Make sure to ask about Nationwide Young Driver discount when you compare. Nobody beats Boucher's rates for young drivers. Call your hometown Nationwide agents, John and Mel, 724-224-4300, and get the coverage that's right for your family. They have evening and Saturday hours for your convenience. Remember, in the AK Valley, the Bouchers and Nationwide are on your side. Well, when the Rams come to kick it off, it'll be Johnny Christ, I do believe, that'll be doing those duties.
Yeah, Mike, he's just a natural athlete, and Coach says the madder he gets, the further it goes. So let's see how mad he is.
That'll work.
All right, where's my white cap?
And the wind is different than normal. Normally, the prevailing breeze here at Golden Ram Stadium is right to left, and it's blowing more across or left to right here tonight. Back deep for the Mustangs. On the near side of the field is number 2, Reed Martin. On the far side is number 9, Logan Brooks. Trust us, that's really what their numbers are. And we're about set to go for this one here tonight.
Uh-oh, Mike, we got clock problems.
We're getting there. Johnny Christ will kick it off.
And Mike, we're going to see a new defense this year. They're going to have a 3-5-3 defense. We'll announce the stars when we get them on the field. So, again, we're trying to get 12 minutes on the clock, Mike, and it's not cooperating.
It's given us fits to start with here, so we're working on that to get going. Yeah, they're going to run a 3-5-3, and we've seen that a lot. West Virginia was big with that. All right, so we are set to go. Johnny Christ has it on the tee, and with no further ado, the 2019 football season is underway. Johnny foot into the ball, and we are underway. To the near side of the field at the 22-yard line, this is Reed Martin. And a big hole up over the 35, and finally brought down at the 35-yard line as Darren Hildebrand was in there to make the stop.
Hildebrand will be one of our starting linebackers, Mike, along with Johnny Christ on the outside. 26, 22 is Brock White. Middle linebacker, we mentioned Hildebrand, 53. Inside linebacker, 61, Kyron Long. The outside linebacker, number 2, Caleb White. Don Lyman, we're going to go with 3. Defensive end, 52, Joaquin Roman. The nose guard is 42, Blake Clark. And the other defensive end is 50, Jeremiah Nelson.
First and 10 for the Mustangs. And the starting quarterback is Ryan Huebner, number 10. They go for an I formation, and we have movement on the left side of the Highlands defensive front. And I believe that may have been Blake Clark, and it is a 5-yard offside penalty. There were 19 penalties in the first game last year, so just may want to keep an eye on that. First night, you're going to have some jitters.
Actually, remember, it's week 0.
Exactly.
We're not allowed to call week 1.
First and 5, and a give is to Guzzi off the left side with a big hole up over the 45 and out to the 49-yard line, and that'll be a Plum first down. Guzzi in the game last year ran for a big day against the Rams, 132 yards on 19 carries.
Brandon Jocham, our free safety, made the tackle, Mike, and that's not good news when your free safety is making the tackle. The other corners are number 10, DJ Loveland, and number 4, Deshaun Holland.
We may see a lot of running tonight because both teams are breaking in new quarterbacks. Double sidecar. Give it to Guzzi again. Off the right side this time. Gets a hole across the 50 and down into Highlands territory at the 46-yard line. Hildebrand was down there again for the Rams.
Kyron Long helped out with that one, Mike. Starting offense for Plum. You mentioned Guzzi, the running back. Number 3 is fullback Preston Sunday. And you mentioned the quarterback. They're going with Miller. Number 12.
Second and 5. Single setback is Preston Sunday. This is Guzzi motioning to an I formation, and Guzzi gets the call off the left side. He gets hit as he gets it inside the 45 and down to the 43-yard line. Brock White had him by the ankles.
Clark helped that too.
So it's been all Billy Guzzi so far. That's only a gain of 1.
Tight end is number 7, Max Mikulski. Wide receivers, number 8, Nick Sluka, and number 9, Logan Brooks. They've yet to put the ball in the air, as you said.
Max Mikulski last year, 7 catches, 198 yards against Highlands in the opener. He's number 7. And to give off the right side, and the Rams are waiting, and they get Guzzi and drop him shy of the first down. He may have nudged it ahead for about a half a yard, but it'll be 4th down as in there for Highlands is the junior defensive end, Jeremiah Nelson.
Brock White helped that too, Mike, but lost on the play. They're going to have to punt it, I would imagine. But
No, they'll go for it.
No, we'll find out. First night, their offensive line, 72, Evan Azaria is the right tackle. 63, Nicholas Stitt is the right guard. Center is 56, Brennan Kohler. Left guard is Jaron Nelson, 52.
And they gave it, they stop him as there was a mix-up on the handoff, and the Rams have held. Johnny Christ was in there for Highlands, and so is Nelson again. And the Rams have held. They'll get the ball back.
Blake Clark, the nose guard, too, Mike, did a great job on that play. Stop them, and again, they'll turn over. 1st and 10. Gold Rams will take over, and we'll get to see the maiden voyage of number 12, Chandler Timmons at quarterback. His running backs, a pair of white. Brock White wears number 22. Caleb White, the fullback, wears number 2. We mentioned Johnny Christ and DJ Lover will be the wideouts. Get to the offensive line after this play.
Here are the Rams, 1st and 10 on their own 42-yard line. They go I formation. Caleb White, the artist formerly known as Caleb Radishak, is the fullback. And he gets the call. White off the right side across the 45 and gets good yardage out to about the 48-yard line. Down there for the Mustangs was the junior Jaden Nichols, number 52.
And Mike, that experience was still young offensive line, 54. Left tackle is Jeremiah Saunders. Left guard, 53, Darren Hildebrand. Center is number 72, Daniel Timmons. The right guard, 50, Jeremiah Nelson. Right tackle, 52, Joaquin Roman. And the tight end is 42, Blake Clark.
By the way, Julie, great job up there so far. 2nd down and 4. I'm cheating. I'm watching the screen. And they give us to White. White lost the football. It's loose. And the Mustangs have it at the 48-yard line. Down there for Plum is Jaden Nichols, number 52.
Didn't look like there was a problem with the exchange, did you think, Mike?
No. Well, he never got it cleanly. I will say that, but I don't know that it was the quarterback's fault. We'd have to take a look at that. But the turnover, Highlands, strangely, were 2-8 last year. They were only -2 on the turnover takeaway. But that's a big one, and Plum gets good field position at the Highlands 48.
And Mike, there's 15 seconds on the clock. That's how fast that 40-second clock goes.
And now Hubner wants to throw it. He's going to sprint out to the right. He gets hit. Oh, he's got open pasture. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's at the 15, 10, and finally brought down on a touchdown-saving tackle by Brandon Jocham at the 5-yard line. Now, Hubner got some open space. Johnny had blitzed. He got in there, but Hubner got by him, and that's a big run of 43 yards.
Yeah, Mike, unfortunately, linebacker came up, read it, went inside of him, and big game.
1st and goal. Plum at the Highlands 5-yard line.
See if the defense can stiffen here.
Deep I formation. And they gave us to Sunday, the fullback. Sunday busts his way to the goal line and in for a Plum touchdown. Well, a 2-play drive. They cash the turnover in, and Plum has the early lead.
Not how you wanted things to start, Mike.
Not at all. And the Mustangs at the 8:29 mark. On a Preston Sunday 5-yard run on Friday. And the Mustangs lead it 6-0. Extra point upcoming. The kicker is 22, who I have
23, Tyler Kolakowski.
Tyler Kolakowski. The ball is down. The kick is on its way.
I don't think. Oh,
and it is good. And the Mustangs lead it 7-0. 8:29 left first quarter.
Well, Mike, they held on 4th down, but they couldn't hold the ball. That turnover cost the Golden Rams. Let's tell you about B&J Sports, located at 1605 Freeport Road in Trent Heights. They've been outfitting our local teams and the great sports fans of AK Valley for over 50 years. When it comes to all your sporting good needs, look no further than B&J Sports. Len Mills' friendly staff provide that personal touch. Customized high school jackets, team uniforms, trophies, plaques, you name it, they have it at B&J Sports. Open 9 to 5:30, weekdays, Saturdays 9 till noon. Stop in today, give Glenn a call at 724-226-2762. 5 decades says it all, B&J Sports.
Hey, a reminder that the Dean's dramatic reading of the starting lineups is brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting in Natrona Heights since 1979. They got you covered over 40 years and counting. All your commercial, industrial painting needs, stores, schools, churches, any kind of industrial painting to beautify and protect. Remember, call Dan Timmons Painting at 724-224-2851. Dan Timmons Painting, they got you covered.
Only one problem, Mike. I haven't got to introduce Plum's defense yet.
Yeah, that is a problem, isn't it?
I've been on the
ball long enough. Kolinkowski will kick it off for Plum. And boy, they cashed that in. 2 plays, 48 yards, and that only took them 36 seconds.
And they were going to air on that one, Mike, till pulled it down when he saw the big hole open up.
Back deep for the Rams. On the near side of the field is Brock White, and on the far side of the field is Caleb White. Sound like a law firm. White and White. Kolinkowski kicks it. It's going to come to Brock White at the 16-yard line. Near side of the field, 25. And all the way to the 30-yard line. The Rams will have decent field position there.
Let's introduce that Plum defense, Mike. They run a 3-4-4. Defensive end 52 is Jade Nichols. Nose guard is 56, Brandon Kohler. And the defensive end is 67, Joshua George. 4 linebackers, number 3, Preston Sunday. 7, Max Matulski. 12, Jacob Miller. 57, Rocco Noss. Corners are number 2, Martin Reed. And 4, Zach Hartley. Safeties, number 10, Ryan Huber. And number 1, Bill Guzzi.
First and 10. And they give us to White. And White is hit behind the line of scrimmage for a loss back at the 29-yard line. In there quickly was Max Matulski, number 7.
And remember, Mike, Brock White averaged 6.7 last year. I think he was out the first 5 games.
Well, he played the opener, got hurt in the opener.
First play.
Second down, 11 for Highlands. Wide side of the field to the right. 7:49 left first quarter, 7-0 Plum. Timmons is back. He fires it. Oh, Christ makes a juggling catch up at the 35-yard line. Now give him forward progress to that point. It'll be a 6-yard gain, and Chandler Timmons' first completion goes to Johnny Christ.
So Braden threw Johnny his first pass, and Chandler throws Johnny his first pass of his senior year.
And now the Rams have an interesting position here on a 3rd and 5. They really need to convert this first down because you don't want to give the ball back. You're already down 7-0. You'd like to put a drive together and keep Plum's defense on the field.
I think they need to throw here, Mike. Try to draw them off.
Jock him the motion man.
Nope, they're going to
give us to White. White picks his way through a hole and gets the first down up at the 40.5-yard line. That'll be first down Highlands. White did a nice job following his blocks. He was patient. He got up through there, and Matulski makes the stop, but it's first down Highlands.
Fooled me there, Mike. I thought for sure 3rd and 6 I have to put it in the air.
Did you bump something, Kenny? I don't think so.
First and 10.
Highlands first down.
Now they go with a bunch left this time. Loveland, Clark, and White over there. Caleb White. Brock White. This is USC. Student body left. The pitch to White. It looked like Charles White. Up to the 43-yard line, but we have a flag down at the 41-yard line. I think this might be going against the Rams. We'll see. It's a holding call against Highlands.
Highlands committing 2 penalties so far. Plum has yet to commit a foul. You said there were 19 last year?
There were 19 in last year's game. Plum committed 12 of them.
And one convincingly, 32-14.
On their way to a 32-14 win. Hunter Linhart in that game was 14 for 26 for 303 and 3 touchdowns. And he threw for 500 yards the rest of the year.
Yikes. Time before that, though, Mike, back in 2011, we played Plum. We beat him 35-0. So.
And what you don't want to do is get behind the chains, and that's where the Rams are. First and 20. Jocham in motion. They give us the White. Good block by Caleb White. Brock White to the near side of the field. Spins up over the 30 to the 35-yard line. Big 78 Akeel Washington holding on to bring him down. And the gain is 4. Second and 16. 5:40 left, first quarter. 7-0 Mustangs.
Mike, you mentioned the 2-8 records last year. Both teams have not been in the playoffs for the last 4 years either. So
it's the first time the Rams have been out 3 years in a row since 92 to 96. 92 to 95, actually. This is Caleb White off the left side. Moves it ahead to the 38-yard line. Matulski again, number 7.
There was a hole there, Mike, but it closed quickly, so now it's going to set up 3rd and about 12. So, again, it looks like Highlands going to have to go to the air for sure this time. Chandler Timmons again, 1 for 1 so far.
This will be interesting here. Again, this is the first time Highlands has had a freshman quarterback takes the first snap of the season.
By the way, his center is Daniel Timmons, his cousin, Mike.
Not his brother.
No, his brother graduated. He's at Westminster.
Caleb White crabbing motion. Play action. Timmons sprints left. Looks.
Nobody's there, Mike.
Looks. Going to tuck it. Going to get hit, and down he goes at the 38-yard line. Firing through there was Reed Martin, the junior, number 2. Went down low and brought down Timmons, and the Rams will have to punt.
Did you see a receiver in the pattern, Mike?
Did not.
I did not see anybody downfield. You can't throw it if there's nobody there.
Speaking of Reed Martin, he's going to go back to receive this Johnny Christ punt.
What's the old Joe Falsetti line? They'll run out of holy water before they run out of Timmons.
26, Johnny Price. Who's back deep for them? Can you see number? 2. Back deep. Mustangs, Reed Martin.
Christ will punt it. Snap is good, and Johnny boots it, and it's a bomb.
Wow, he can kick it.
Martin over his shoulder takes it at the 25, running backwards.
Nice job
and
by
a good
DJ
defensive
Loveland.
play by DJ Loveland. He's been great on special teams since his freshman year, and he continues that play there with that one.
Mustangs will take over the 24-yard line, first and 10.
Johnny's grabbing his calf, Mike. You see that?
Mustangs 7, over
John Boucher, our kicking coach, said it's tough to have him do everything, including the kicking. So maybe that's you know, it's very tough on your knee when you kick a ball.
That's why I haven't done it in years. First down, Plum at the 24. Now the defense needs to rise up here and maybe get the Rams a short field. 7-0, Plum leads at first quarter. And all the way, Ryan Hubner, the junior, number 10.
Blitzing, here they
High
come.
snap. Huebner's going to fire it to no one into the ground. That was covered. Johnny Christ was out there. If that would have been a good pass, that could have been disaster for Plum.
Brock White did a great job putting pressure on from a blitzing linebacker position.
That's one of those ones you throw it into the ground to get it back.
Yep.
Second down and 10. Just underway, opener of the 2019 season here at Golden Ram Stadium. We'll be home next week also. Keystone Oaks will be here.
6 at home this year, Mike. That's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
You're close.
Hubner out of the shotgun.
Movement before. I think
and
that's going to be on them, Mike.
Big Akeel Washington, the left tackle.
Big guy got up early.
He got a little bit anxious. First penalty on Plum tonight.
Penalty against the Mustangs. Back 5 yards.
So here you go. 2nd and 15. You got them pinned back a little bit. A chance for the defense. I was talking about turnovers. How the Rams were only -2 last year, which is interesting considering they had a poor season. But they forced 19 turnovers and only turned it over 21 times. The amount forced was what they had done in good seasons. Ball back step, it's loose.
Yep.
And Hubner's
Yep.
still loose.
Still loose.
It's in the end zone. They battled
Bubble
for it.
recovered.
It's still loose.
Still loose.
It's a Highlands touchdown, I believe.
Who's got it?
DJ Loveland has it. Let's see what the call is.
Got to be a touchdown, right?
It's a touchdown, Highlands. Loveland recovers it in the end zone, and the defense does make a play.
How about that? DJ Loveland. Fumble recovery in the end zone puts Highlands on the board.
Our TV play-by-play guy called for the defense.
There it was. You could hear the crowd chanting DJ Loveland down there. He made those plays. He made the special teams play to stop it, and he made that play there. And the Rams are an extra point away from Haley Easter from tying the game.
Our new kicker, Mike.
We have
Flag
whistles.
before, she went ahead and kicked it. When I say she, Mike, 3rd time in a row we've had a female kicker. Taylor Gunn kicked it to Slippy Rock.
Do you remember the last male kicker?
We were talking about that. I don't.
It's an illegal participation call.
J.C. Bowser was our kicker last year.
Penalty on the kickoff. And Haley Easter.
Do we have...
Penalty will be assessed on the kickoff, so Haley Easter will kick it. Landon Signorella, number 20, is the holder. At the post to our right.
Xavier Smith.
It's into the line, and it's no good. It was blocked.
Xavier Smith is a snapper.
3:38 to go.
So the kick is no good, but the Rams have scored. score. And Plum's lead is 7-6 as DJ Loveland recovers the fumble in the end zone. The Rams, who I don't believe had a defensive touchdown last year, get one here early in the season. And that doesn't hurt.
And Mike, that's Haley's first time under fire, too. You know that.
Oh, definitely. With a rush coming at you like that?
Yep, something to get used to.
Well, another Highlands football season can mean only one thing. Post-game at the Anchor Inn, Natrona Heights. Joe, Andy, and Dee continue that family tradition started by their parents way back in 1953. A great home-cooked meal without having to do the cooking. The original Anchor Burger is always a fan favorite, as well as their signature season wings. Daily specials are available, as well as the Blue Plate special. And whatever you do, don't forget the popcorn. The kitchen's open until 11, so there's no better way to kick off your football weekend than with friends and family at the Anchor. That's the Anchor Inn, Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. Welcome aboard.
Carol and I'll be waiting for us tonight.
Oh, that's good. Haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, it's back to football.
So the Rams have scored on a DJ Loveland fumble recovery.
Now, 5-yard penalties marked off against Plum.
Right, they had illegal participation, which is interesting because, you know, they could have taken the penalty and gone for 2, but they decided against it.
And you have the option there?
Sure. Johnny Christ will kick it. I'm checking one thing.
Based on what happened, I'd have taken that option.
I am correct. The Rams did not have a defensive touchdown last year. So that's a non-offensive touchdown. And you like those. 7-6 now. Johnny with the sun in his eyes. Boots it. Coming down to the 12-yard line to Martin. And Martin has a hole. 35-40's on his way. 50, and Johnny brings him down at the 50-yard line.
34, Mike.
But there is a marker down all the way back at the 33-yard line.
Flags.
2 flags, 3 flags. So hold the phone, ladies and gentlemen.
Johnny played safety there, Mike, and that time he had to make the tackle.
So we'll see. And that's what's nice to have him back there for that.
Lots of laundry to sort out here.
Joe Kulik is our referee. Legal block in the back is declined. They'll take something better. Holding. So Plum is going to have to start back at their 23-yard line.
Mike, football rule change in 2019. You're going to love this one. Improved visibility of numbers. The purpose of numbers on jerseys is to provide clear identification of players. In order to enhance that ability to easily identify players, the committee has clarified the size number required for the jersey and the jersey number and the number on the jersey have to be 2 different colors starting in year 2023.
That doesn't do us a darn bit of good right now. They're giving them time to buy new uniforms, right?
The numbers are big, though.
Rams show blitz, and they are in there as big 52, Joaquim Roman.
Brock White also, Mike.
In there on top of Preston Sunday, and the Rams, there's Joaquim, number 52 in your picture. You see Darren Hildebrand there, 53. Rams are in their gold tonight.
He's their defensive captain, Mike. He gives the defensive calls. So they have to be a certain size, Mike. They're big enough. They're just not clear enough. 2023. We're going to be around for that, right, Mike?
Plan on it. Hubner fires. The pass is complete to the far side of the field. And this is Metalsi. Metalsi up over the 35 and a first down to the 36-yard line. That's his first one of the night, and he killed the Rams last year.
DJ Loveland made the stop, Mike. Looked like there's a little pick on that play. I saw Jockin. Looks like somebody stepped in front of him.
It looked like it was tipped, too.
Yeah, it took a while to get there.
First down Mustangs on the 36. 2:35 left of the first quarter. 7-6 Plum. Hubner back again.
Back to the air. Here he goes.
Fires to the near side of the field. It's caught by Reed Martin, but the Rams are waiting for him. Deshaun Hawley and Caleb White team up to make the stop after a short gain up to the 39-yard line. It's only a 3-yard pickup. Actually, a 1-yard pickup. They give him the 37-yard line.
It was in the air for a long time for a 1-yard pickup.
It sure was. Second down 9. Plum on their 36, 37, 2:25 left of the quarter. The sun is at their back here, and that is a factor.
Oh, he moves again, Mr. Washington.
Akil Washington is anxious. Trust us, he's number 78.
You can't miss him, that's for sure. He's a big guy. And when we say big, Mike, we're talking 6'1", 250 big.
That's before breakfast.
Mike, we have the same number on the roster as Plum, 52 players. Plum is 5A, Highlands 4A.
2nd and 14. Ryan Hubner, the junior quarterback, in the shotgun. Here comes Caleb White on the blitz. And he puts it up and
almost intercepted by
Jeremiah Nelson. Had his hands on it and had nothing but green turf in front of him.
What a job by Caleb White, though, Mike, to bring the pressure.
You know why? Because he was offside. and I think we got lucky they didn't throw the flag there. We'll watch that one back. That is the most exciting incomplete pass you might ever have.
Jeremiah Nelson's going to want to see that. He'll see it in his dreams tonight, I'll tell you.
Oh, my goodness.
Watch the screen.
And here I was asking for defensive touchdowns because we didn't have any last year.
Let's get another one.
The Robert Rakowski one, remember? That opened the season here. It's the last time we opened with one, I think. Hubner back, steps up, going to fire it deep, and it's way too far as Deshaun Holly had the coverage on Nick Sluka. It falls harmlessly near Frank Girardi down there, and it's 4th down.
Well, Rams going to get the ball back with 2:14 to go here in the first quarter. Our referee tonight is Joe Kulik, head linesman Jim Davis, the back judge Scott Eichel, umpires Ron Gregory, line judge Derek Sullivan, the side judge is Matt Gonzalez.
First punt of the night.
I believe it's the kicker, Mike.
It's Reed Nelson. Reed Martin. Good snap, and Martin boots it. Now looking into the sun, you want to be careful here. Pulled in nicely by White. Brock White up over the 35 to the 36-yard line. Joel Tarzoho, number 14. And number 67 is Josh George. A couple of seniors combined for the tackle for the Mustangs. And the Rams will start at the 36. They're only down a point, and I'd say so far so good.
Yeah, Mike, after a shaky start, fumbling in the second play of the game and then giving up a long run by the quarterback and a 2-play drive.
And it's been turnovers have been the key to the game so far. Plum scored on a 2-play drive after the Highlands turnover, and Highlands scored on the Plum turnover.
Looks like a little confusion in the backfield, Mike.
First down at the 36. Inside, give us to Caleb White. 2 hands on the football, up to the 37 to 38. Big 57 in there. Rocco Knaus makes the stop. Caleb White getting some work. The Rams are much more inclined to be running it here this year. It's a 3-yard pickup.
Well, Mike, we came in with 52 last night at practice. Only 37 kids were dressed. Had a lot of early injuries in camp, and got a lot of walking wounded down there. Oler was moving early. Highlands got away with it.
They're going to run an inside give to White, but there was a little bit too much there, and too many white jerseys down there to get Brock White after maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage. Rocco Knaus was in there again for the Mustangs, and the Rams are going to have another 3rd down to look at here, 3rd and 7.
Remind me of the old scissors play, Mike. There was a lot of action inside there. And unfortunately for Chandler Timmons, who's been facing a lot of 3rd and longs, freshman quarterback.
1 minute left here of the first quarter. 7-6 Plum. Rams had a blocked extra point. You see Blake Clark
6 seconds to
wanted
get
to know where to go. I think the Rams are going to call time. Blake Clark had the hands up in the air like, where am I going? And now they're figuring that out. Tom Girardi saw it, decided to call time. That's the first Highlands timeout. Take a look at the scoreboard there.
Get a chance to talk about the Gillettes. Ron Gillette Towing and Service, our registered contractor certified and PA state inspections and emissions. Call Gillette today for your towing, paving. Mike, they paved Ohio Street right by my house. John was out there yesterday, did a great job. Excavating, hauling, demolition, you name it. Don't mention the snow removal yet, Mike, sorry. Plan and clean up, rent a 10-yard cut box. He rents those roll-offs. You can rent those from the Gillettes. Gillette Towing is fully licensed, insured, bonded, certified, and owns all the state-of-the-art equipment. Gillette's are proud to enjoy an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call Gillette's at 724-226-1222. Phones answer 24/7, 365 days a year. Emergency service, they will be there. It's person to person. Find them on the web at rongiletteinc.com or on Facebook at Ron Gillette Inc. Towing and more. Ron Gillette Towing and Services, the AK Valley leader since 1955. Saw Sue and John last night. A little bittersweet for them. Guess what happened yesterday?
What, the first Thursday with no game? Would they send Noah off to school?
Noah off to school, yep, and wasn't dry in the house. John stayed behind to pay.
Where'd Noah going? IUP?
UPJ.
UPJ.
Yep.
I knew it was initials. Okay, 3rd and 7. Bunch right this time.
He moved this time.
Did the Rams move?
Yeah, Hildebrand grabbed his head. Let's see if he was induced.
Yeah, don't give it away.
Yeah.
And is against the Rams, all right.
And Mike, that's tough when you come out of a timeout and do that.
Very much.
Now it's going to make it 3rd and 13.
Now's when you don't want to be the offensive coordinator.
Well, last time, Mike, we faced 3rd and 13. There was no receiver in the area, so I don't know. Maybe obviously, somebody didn't run the correct.
Or maybe it was the play, and he was just supposed to, do a pump and go. Christ splits wide to the left. The single setback is Brock White. Timmons is back. He fires it out to Johnny, and it's through his hands. Boy, it looked like it might have been catchable. I think Johnny thought so. At the 45-yard line, it's 4th down.
They got paid 4th and 12.
44 seconds ago to go. Rams will be forced to punt.
4th and 12. Plum with a 1-point lead. The Rams will punt it. Johnny Christ will go back and do that. His first one was 37 yards, and the Rams had really good coverage on that. Reed Martin is back to receive it. He's standing on his 34. 44 seconds left of the first quarter.
Three blockers back there. Oh.
Low snap, but Johnny's good, and he gets it out of there. It's going to hit the ground. The Mustangs just get out of the way, and it goes out of bounds at the 37-yard line. 36, we'll call it.
Important thing there, Mike, was that Johnny didn't touch it down with his knee. If he goes down and grabs it with his knee, the ball's dead right there.
7.5 seconds to go in the first quarter.
So Plum will start 1st and 10 on their 37 seconds left of the first quarter. The Mustangs lead at 7-6.
Mentioned Mike Dad made the playoffs in the last 4 years. In those 4 years, the record is 7-22. Matt Morgan is in his 7th year as coach. That's some playoff teams early on, Mike, in his career. Trying to get them back to that.
2015 was the last time they won a playoff game, I believe. There's the inside give, and that's Guzzi, and he runs into the waiting arms of big 50 Jeremiah Nelson.
Also, Hildebrand in on that stop, Mike.
It's a short game. We're going to give them to the 39 for 3.
But their conference in 5A, Mike, is murderer's row. They play everybody. It's tough.
Yeah, they won a playoff game in 2015. They were 6-4 that year. They beat Mount Lebanon 42-28. That's the last time they won a playoff game. 2015 is the last time Highlands won a playoff game. These teams are mirror images of each other. 2nd and 7.
And that's going to end the quarter.
Should do it.
Now we're at the end of the first quarter.
The first quarter will come to an end. Each team scored a touchdown. Each team the beneficiary of a turnover. Plum scored on a 2-play drive after the Highlands fumbled by Brock White that Nichols recovered, and then Highlands scored on a DJ Loveland fumble recovery in the end zone.
So turnovers have been the story so far.
As they often are, especially here early in the season. Wireless Zone is the largest independent Verizon wireless franchise in America, offering the most popular smartphones, tablets, connected devices, and all the latest accessories with award-winning customer service. Verizon's 5G wireless network is closer than you think. It'll be the first in the U.S. with both fixed and mobile versions. So stop in today and see what makes Verizon the world's largest and most reliable network. Wireless Zone has 12 area locations, including 6 in the AK Valley. Rams fans, your Wireless Zone headquarters are in Natrona Heights at the Walmart Plaza or at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall next to J.C. Penney's and across from Victoria's Secret. Or find the Wireless Zone store nearest you simply by visiting wirelesszone.com.
Mike, we talked about the injured list. Frank Girardi down there on the sidelines with a cast on his arm, Mike. See him, he's still toting water bottles down there, but broke his arm in camp, took a pass off his arm. He tells me he gets it off Thursday. He said he will be watching the replay if we win. He doesn't watch when we lose.
He was all excited about, as we get going here, here. They're going to see Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs on Saturday.
Drags him to the first down almost.
As the give is to Billy Guzzi, and it looks like he's going to get the first down.
Hildebrand and Nelson dragged him forward to the first down,
From
Mike.
the 39 to the 46, it's a 7-yard gain, 1st and 10. That's Plum's 4th first down of the game.
Nelson doing a nice job. Mike has 5 tackles already. That's right. Frank's uncle coaches on the Kansas City Chiefs staff. I asked him, are you going to the Steeler game? He goes, no, I'm going to the Kansas City game.
Right.
But we won, so there.
1st and 10 at the 46. And Hubner is back, and he's going to fire it deep, and they're waiting for it, and Loveland has it intercepted at the 30 to the 34-yard line.
Machine.
Boy, the Rams, I thought DJ was going to call a fair catch.
That floated up there, Mike. Looked like there was offsides on the play, but we don't want that.
And there were 3 Rams waiting for that ball and only 1 Mustang, and DJ Loveland has turned it over twice.
Jock and a free safety, Mike, got shook up on a play. DJ had it in his mitts, and hopefully he'll be okay.
I have a suggestion. Safe little first down pass. The experienced quarterback, that's what you want to do. And there it is.
Oh,
Bryson,
Johnny was running.
and Johnny's got 2 drops.
Yeah.
He dropped the one at the end of the quarter, too. And Timmons put it right in his mitts, and he dropped it. 2nd and 10.
And again, if you follow Johnny Christ's career, Mike, early on when he was a sophomore in high school, he was getting Division I basketball offers. After his year last year, he's got more Division I football offers than basketball offers, so he's weighing that out, too. It's nice to have that, huh?
Options. 2nd down and 10.
Inside
They give it to White, but they're waiting for it. The Rams just ran a trap
look
play.
at this, Mike. There should be a flag there.
But the Mustangs were there, and Caleb
He's gotta
White
throw a flag.
thrown down. There'll be no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Reed Martin might just basically put a chokehold on Johnny Christ right in front of the referee and waved it off. That's a little extracurriculars we don't need, huh?
3rd down and 10 at the 34.
All right, Johnny, burn him.
7-6. It only takes 1. Timmons back, short drop.
There he goes, hook and go.
Gonna throw it deep, and it is incomplete. It was too tall for Christ at the 45-yard line. He was double covered by Reed Martin and Zach Fields. It's 4th down, and now Johnny going to go all the way back down there and punt.
Yeah, Mike, and he's a little gimpy on that knee. That was one of those stop routes, Mike. Stop and pumped, and then he went. Good news, they had time to do it. Bad news, it was incomplete.
And here's where that 40-second play clock comes into effect, because Johnny had to get all the way back down there, and we're already at 15 seconds. Reed Martin, the junior, number 2, is the deep man. He stands on the 34-yard line. And now late coming onto the field for the Rams is Jeremiah Saunders. Play clock down to 5. They get it off in time, and Johnny has it, and he boots a line shot. Martin over the shoulder at the 34, and here he comes. 50, 45, 40, good block. Sideline 20, 15, 10, Plum touchdown. 60 yards. Reed Martin. It was a line drive punt.
There's a flag. Where at? At the goal line?
At the goal line, there's a penalty marker. We'll see what this is about. I think he's picking it up. He is. There is no flag. It's a Plum touchdown as Reed Martin takes that punt back. What do we have, guys? 60?
Yep.
He caught it on the 30. 70 yards? 70 yards for Reed Martin. Kolinkowski will try the extra point. So Plum with a big special teams play.
Yep. And the kick for the Mustangs, Connor Kolinkowski, number 12 holder.
The holder is the other quarterback, Jake Miller. Good snap, ball down, kick on its way, plenty of distance, and it is good. So a Reed Martin 70-yard punt return. We certainly haven't been without our big, fill of big plays tonight.
And that was definitely a big one, Mike. Johnny, that low punt. Clark unfortunately missed him, went right past him, and Reed Martin made him pay the price.
And the Mustangs lead it 14-6. Had 10:18 to go with the first half. And the Rams will get the ball here to see what they can do with it.
Mike, the conference play starts in 2 weeks. We're going to be at Blackhawk for our first conference game in 4A. There's only 2 conferences, so top 5 by the Trib. They have TJ number 1, Bell Vernon number 2. That's the other conference. Northeast 8, South Fayette is 3rd ranked, and from our conference, then it's West Mifflin and Blackhawk. Blackhawk, Mike, last year, very impressive under their first year coaching.
Zach Hayward was a great player for them.
We started conference play with them 2 weeks in their new stadium, by the way. A new one for us.
Do we know, is it in the same site or is
I
it
hope
someplace
not.
else? Yeah, we'll have fun
They had
with
problems at that site.
We won there, actually.
Yeah, but the reason why it's no longer there is the question.
Brock White on the 7-yard line. Skips the tackle outside of the right. He's at the 30. 35, 40, still on his feet. Here he comes to the 45 and all the way to the 48-yard line.
Give us excellent field position, Mike. Let's take advantage of it.
Zach Hartley might have saved the touchdown. He got across to make the stop. And so Highlands with great field position out at the 48-yard line. That was a 41-yard return by Brock White on that one.
All right, Mike, we got to take advantage of getting this good field position. Last time we marched on. Unfortunately, came up short.
Again, I like the idea of turning Chandler loose on first down here. Let's see. DJ Loveland, the motion man. Now they're going to run a toss. This is to Caleb White, and there's nowhere to go. The play was made, the tackle was made by 63 Nick Stitt, but Max Matalsi busted the play up. He came through there and kind of messed it all up for Plum.
Yeah, trying to get a crackback block from DJ Loveland didn't happen.
The plays that are the plays that are taking long to develop aren't working. I think you're going to need to do quick hitters and try to catch them that way. When they have time to regroup and time to gather the ball and pursue, the Rams aren't getting anything done with that.
Yeah, Mike, their defensive line is big. And their linebackers are quick. All 3 returned from last year.
Timmons in trouble, and down he goes. At the 40 is where they should put it.
52 made the initial tackle.
Initial contact in there, Jaden Nichols. They're going to give him the 42-yard line. That's good news for the Rams, actually. And it'll be 3rd down 16 now.
Matt Morgan said the key to his defense, Mike, were the 3 starting linebackers back from last year. They have 8 back on offense, 9 on defense, and that experience is showing here.
Less than 9 to go. Rams have not been able to get on track offensively here. Johnny Christ splits wide to the right. Timmons and back. Sprints to the right. Looking. Fires it downfield, and it's incomplete. Too far for Johnny. Good coverage by Billy Guzzi, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Chandler hit his first pass to Johnny, and the last 4 have gone incomplete.
Oh, it's 4th down, and the Rams will have to punt it again at 8:38. 14-6, Plum's lead it. It's still a 1-score game because you have the 2-point conversion that you could use. But the Rams are going to have to find a way to get their offense on track, and they haven't been able to do that so far. Johnny's last punt was 36, but it went 70 the other way.
That's not a good thing.
High snap. Johnny has to climb the ladder, and he boots a beauty this time.
Fair catch, yeah.
You know, nicely done there. The fair catch was called by Martin back at the 23-yard line. 35 yards, no return.
Yeah, Johnny did a great job of going up and getting that one, Mike.
Well, when you're 6'6" or whatever he is, it makes it a little easier, huh?
Even at 6'6", he did a great job.
He did.
Yep. Mike, one of the guys on the sidelines is Max Weston. He was projected to start at left guard this year. He hurt his knee in a showcase up at IUP, Mike, and he had to have surgery. I think it was July 5th, and he was cleared by the doctors yesterday to start football. So, again, we expect to see Max out there hopefully by the first week of the conference play.
Logan Brooks, the motion man, and the give is to Guzzi. And Guzzi is hit, and Kyron Long got him nicely at the 27-yard line. Oh, and Guzzi gets up with a few thousand words for Johnny Christ there.
Not the guy to say something to.
He had to look up to him to do it, too, trust me. Billy's more my size.
He returns, Mike, as their starting running back from last year.
Yeah, Billy listed at 5'8", and Johnny at 6'6". You need a stepladder to get up there. 2nd and 7. Hubner 2 for 5 throwing it. 1 intercepted. Double sidecar, Hubner back. He's going to throw it to the far side of the field to Martin. Martin is brought down nicely. Again, it's Kyron Long, who's had a nice series here. He brought Martin down after a short gain up to the 30-yard line.
Third tackle for Kyron. Going to make it 3rd and about 5.
About 5.
Plum brought a nice crowd with them tonight, Mike.
They did.
It's one of our closer opponents.
It's the
I
closest.
was going to say, if not the closest. Quick pass.
Hubner fires, and it's caught down at the turf, and it's going to be a first down at the 36-yard line. Going down there to scrape it off the turf is Nick Sluka, the senior, and that's first down, Plum.
Good for Mustang, first down.
Sean Hawley made the tackle, but not until he got the first down.
4 for 7, Hubner now for 22 yards.
They're coming out quick, Mike.
Yeah, too quick for me on night 1, huh? And the give is to Preston Sunday, the fullback. And he gets it up to about the 38-yard line.
Saunders down there. Nelson.
61.
Hang on.
And off to Preston Sunday, brought down by
Roman.
and Joaquin Roman.
No gain. Maybe a gain of 1.
2nd and 8, we'll say. Clock winds to 6:20, first half. Plum 14, Highlands 6. Sluka, the motion man.
Almost moved.
And the give is to Guzzi off the left side. And he's being waited for by Jeremiah Nelson as he gets it up to the 42-yard line. It'll be a 4-yard pickup. And they'll bring up
White helped.
3rd and 4 for Plum at 5:55.
Nelson, 7 tackles, Mike, so far here in the first half.
Big 3rd down here for the Highlands defense. As darkness falls over Golden Knight Ram Stadium here on week 0.
Not even 8 o'clock yet, Mike.
Logan Brooks, the sophomore in motion, sets up in a slot. And they give it to Guzzi. Guzzi is hit, and he leans forward, but he's not going to make it. As Brandon Jocham got in there to hold on to him, Hildebrand, I think, might have had first contact.
Yeah, he did.
But Jocham finished it up, and it's going to be 4th down and decision time for 7th-year coach Matt Morgan, the former Pitt Panther and Plum Mustang.
Now he went on 4th and 2. I think he'll go on 4th and 1.
And this could be a big, big play for Highlands now. If they stop them here, as they have once before on 4th, they get great field position in the short field here before the half, and Highlands will get the ball to start the second half. 4th down, less than 1. And they go shotgun, 2 sidecars, and a direct snap, and that's probably going to get there. Reed Martin took it, and he's going to get the first down barely by a yard. A direct snapped it to Martin. Kind of had a straight T formation back there, a little Chuck Wagner football.
Johnny Christ made a tackle, Mike, but not until they got the first down.
47-yard line.
And the Plum drive stays alive. First down on the 47. This is the 8th play of the drive. Started at their own 24. Now in a bootleg, there's nobody over there, but he's going to fire it, and it's complete to the Highlands 40. And breaking tackles is Matulsi down the sideline. He's tough to bring down. They're not going to bring him down. Touchdown, Plum. 47 yards. What a 53, I'm sorry. Max Matulsi breaking tackles and taking it all the way.
That's what he did, Mike. He just broke tackles.
Every time he came inside, every time.
A 53-yard touchdown pass from Ryan Huber to Max Matulsi. And we saw a lot of that last year.
Fortunately for the Golden Rams, Mike, they didn't need that. Instead they held it and got the ball back. Chance to score before the half. Didn't happen.
That was Caleb's fault.
So Kolinkowski is on for the extra point.
He 3 for 3.
And the kick is on its way, and it's good. And 4:10 left of the first half. Plum has extended that lead. It's Plum 21 and Highlands 6.
Every single play last week was great. Just get him inside.
All right, Mike gives a chance to talk about the Lucchinos. Joe Lucchino and his son Joseph proudly welcome you to Lucchino Insurance and Financial Group. Serving the AK Valley for decades, Lucchinos are a broad-based financial advisory firm with a wide range of opportunities for both you and your business. Mike, I looked at noon. The market was down 500 points. I never looked again.
That's about what it ended up. Four and change, I think.
So if you're tired about these crazy rides up and down the roller coaster, why not talk to Joe and Joe? Right now, Mike, they're offering a 3.5 guaranteed return through different associations. They got the Greek Catholic Union. I just bought one, Mike, with the Italian sons and daughters. So I am a paisan now.
How about that?
And again,
Goomba.
Yep.
He's a Goomba now.
I get paid in lira, I believe, but again, at 3.5%.
I don't think they have lira anymore. I think you get euros. I don't know how this works.
As long as I get cash, that's the important
That's
thing.
the most important part, yeah.
I hit the pillow every night, not worried about the market. You can do it too. Call Joe and Joe at 724-224-8908 or 724-905-7583. They're located at 2318 Freeport Road, next to Donut Connection. Let Lucchino Insurance Financial put you on the road to financial stability today. Take all the worry out of it. Get your 3.5 guarantee.
All right, here we go. Kolinkowski to kick off, and the Rams now down by 2 touchdowns. Caleb White at the 4-yard line. 10, 15. Oh, he gets out of one tackle. Now they got him high. I didn't see if they got the mask or not. I don't think so. He's brought down at the 22-yard line by Joel Tarzoho.
4 minutes ago, Mike, the Golden Rams going to have to put something on the board here. Trailing now 21-6.
22-yard line, and that'll be where the Rams will start. They trail it 21-6, 4:02 left first half.
Caleb White coming off the field, Mike Hoblin. That's our fullback, and guess what? He went down, Mike.
Oh, he did, which, you know, it's probably the best thing to do anyway, because
hopefully it's a cramp.
And you're having those this time of year as Mike Grizzo is out there. Johnny Christ trying to help out too. Gives us a chance to take a quick timeout. We'll do that. Highlands trailing at 21-6. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back right after this. Caleb White helped off the field. The Rams will start 1st and 10 at their 22. They could use a score. They go pistol. And they gave us to White, and he's got a big hole. This is Brock White up over the 35 and a first down to the 37-yard line. And that's what I was talking about, those quick hitter plays. I think that might be the best way to go.
One man to beat back there, Matulski. He made the tackle, but the Rams moved the chains, 1st and 10.
Biggest gain, 15 yards. That's the Rams' first down of the second quarter, and only their second first down of the night.
Well, Mike, when you have a freshman quarterback, you can expect to have some first night jitters, and
you can expect them to pack the line too and make you throw it. Brock White again, this time with another hole. Worms his way through up over the 40 and up to the 44-yard line. Now they're expecting him to pass because the clock is short and the Rams are having gains on the ground.
Gain of about 6, 2nd and 4.
Got to take what they give you, Mike.
Second down and 3. The ball's at the 44-yard line. 3:12 left of the first half. 21-6 Plum.
Twins to the left here.
Loveland and Kreis. Snap to Timmons. Gets out of there for a moment. Gets spun down, away back inside the 30. I think they're going to, I saw the beanbag thrown up at like the 32. I think that's where they're going with it.
That time, Chandler didn't have a chance to get rid of the ball, Mike.
Rams 32-yard line.
Now it's 3rd and 15. That's the third time Chandler's been sacked tonight.
Down and 15.
Well, at least 2. The one he was rolling out, I guess it was a sack. Plum's going to call time now with 2:34 left of the first half because they want to get the ball back with a chance to get some good field position and maybe put another score up on the board.
Can't blame him, Mike. Why not? Again, we go into conference play in 2 weeks, Mike. Last year, undefeated in conference play, we had North Allegheny in 6A, Gateway in 5A, along with Penn Hills. They're headed towards the same destiny this year. In 4A, our conference, it was Thomas Jefferson, South Fayette. Nobody in 3A went undefeated last year in conference play.
How about that?
Shadyside Academy in 2A, along with Burgettstown. 1A was Our Lady of Sacred Heart and Jeanette. By the way, big game tonight, Clareton, Aliquippa, Mike. That's a week 0 game.
Yeah, a lot of times, for the folks that don't know, these games are scheduled by the individual schools. Correct. And a lot of times, now that the conferences have been so kind of wacky here with the way they've classified this now, a lot of times you're able to put a game together with a rival that you don't get to play normally, and that's how try to find somebody close like Highlands and Plum have.
All right. Third down now. Highlands going to face a 3rd and 15 after the timeout.
Low snap, and now they're going to give it to White. Tries to cut it back. Well, if he'd have just come into the near side of the field, it might have been, might have had a shot. But Rams are just trying to run some clock up to the 36-yard line.
Once again, Mike, too slow developing.
It's 4th down. Plum takes another timeout.
They'll have
to stop
one
to
to go.
Stop the clock at 2:25, and they'll get the ball back, and Matt Morgan wants to try to do some business. Back to what you were saying.
Yeah, the other side of the coin, Mike, was winless in conference last year. Butler. I just can't get over how big a school can be so bad in football.
Seriously.
They struggled over the years. They have the biggest enrollment in the WPIL. Another surprise in 5A, Mike, Char Valley didn't win a game last year in conference. Albert Gallatin, guess what they said?
They said we're leaving. We quit.
No Moss. That's
well,
right.
As a matter of fact, they were on Plum's schedule for week 6. So Plum ended up scheduling Weir, West Virginia.
Yeah, Weir High.
That night. Yeah.
Yep.
We played Brook.
1 year, yep. Who fell off our schedule that year? Remember?
Bill, do you remember? Johnstown.
Bill
was the AD then, so he remembers he had to schedule that game.
That was a hot one, remember?
There were bees flying around. Highlands won that night. That was the Matt Bonaslawski days. It was a good night down there in Brook, West Virginia. I got to visit where that's where my grandparents escaped to get married. Fallensby. Yeah.
Johnny gonna punt it. High snap again.
High snap, but he gets it. We just got that out of there. They were coming. It gets it on the ground. It takes a Highlands foul. Oh, did that get touched?
Touch it.
I think it's Highlands ball, isn't it?
It looked like he touched it.
Whoa, man. He got out of there, and the Rams picked it up. It was Blake Clark that got it, and I thought it might have been it touched a leg. That's one where you'd want to throw the red flag and try the replay.
Yeah. By the way, Mike, you speak of replay. There will be replay a lot in the state playoff games. Can you believe that?
How about that?
One of the rule changes, the rationales by state association adoption, instant replay may only be used during state postseason contests to review decisions by the on-field game officials.
And all of them, and Al Riveron will be on the other end of the phone, and he'll make every call.
The adoption would allow state associations to develop protocols for using video replay. The first thing is who's filming it.
Plum from their 29, and Huebner quickly. And it stayed in bounds, though, as it's caught by Sluka.
Hawley made the tackle.
From the 29 to the 34, it's 5.
Clock continues to roll. 2 minutes to go here in the half. Plum ahead 21-6.
And Huebner again.
Oh, pressure
Here
this time. He's going down.
Got him, and down he goes.
Big Joaquin Roman gets the first sack of the year for the Golden Rams, Mike.
Back to the 30. Third down and 9. Of course, Huebner had run one for 43 earlier. It set up their first touchdown. Now I think Highlands might. Let's see, is Highlands calling time?
Who is?
They do. Highlands calls time. That's their second time out, because now if they stop them, they get a chance to get it back. 1:28 to go, and it's 21-6 Plum here as we wind down the first half here in the first game of the year.
Also teams that did not win last year, Mike. 4A Ringgold, and what happened there?
Yeah, they had some good teams there when we were going down there, played them in the playoffs.
Remember who their coach was last year?
Mike Zemanek.
And what happened with him?
I think he went somewhere else. Seton LaSalle.
Yeah.
Oh.
He decided to take off. In our conference, Ambridge did not win a game in conference.
It's been a while for them. They have a new coach. Terry George finally said no moss.
Yeah, and 3, Mike, I was surprised Uniontown did not win a game last year in conference. Waynesburg didn't either. 2A with Summit Academy got the bagel.
Wasn't our new AD Drew Carpin at
he was
Ambridge? He said no moss too and came here. God bless him.
Bronzeville also did not win in 2A, and Shenango. And down in 1A, a local, Springdale did not win a game. Neither did Mapleton.
The Fighting Maples.
Or Northgate. The Flames.
Third down and 8. This is an interesting play. I can see either team calling timeout after this play.
That's true. Good point, Mike.
There will be a timeout after this play unless it's incomplete. Johnny showing blitz. Huebner is back. Huebner fires, and it's almost intercepted. Darren Hildebrand, it hit the ground at the 35-yard line. That was ill-advised. Yeah. It's fourth down, and now the Rams have a chance to get the ball back.
All right, Mike, the only punt so far has been returned by Brock White for 6 yards.
The Rams have got hit on big plays. The 43-yard run by Huebner that set up the first touchdown, and then the 53-yard reception by Metalsi. Those 2 plays have killed us.
Yep.
2 big plays.
Number 2, Reed Martin.
Reed Martin is the punter, and Brock White is going to go back to the 38-yard line. Here's the snap. Johnny Christ came in there, but Martin got it out of there. And Brock will just let it hit. The Rams got to stay away from it. And usually the guy that snaps, it's the first man down there. Josh George puts the clamps to it at the 35-yard line. 1:15 remaining.
Boy, it'd be great if they could hit one here, Mike.
You almost just want to see if you can maybe get it to throw a hitch to Johnny, and maybe you can make somebody miss. Plum leads it 21-6.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get anybody behind him, Mike.
Oh, and speaking of big plays, the Martin 70-yard punt return.
Yeah.
Their 3 touchdowns have come as a result of plays of 40, 46, 53, and 70 yards.
Yes, sir.
And that's the ball game right now. And the give is to Brock White off the left side, up over the 35 to the 37-yard line.
Highlands does have 1 timeout left.
As does Plum. And now it almost looks like they both will just say, let's regroup.
Highlands will get the ball to start the second half. Mike, I mentioned Springdale. Guess what? They're playing their 900th game tonight.
That's amazing.
Yep, against Deer Lakes.
Chuck Wagner coached 600 of them.
Mike, the 2 schools met for the first time in 1993.
That's interesting, huh? Second down, long 7.
We got a long way to get to 900.
Short drop. Timmons back. He's going to fire it down the middle.
Oh,
what a catch by DJ Loveland on a tip. He pulled it in at the Plum 38-yard line. My goodness. Boys, he made some plays tonight.
Yeah, it's been a DJ Loveland show here in the first half. Look where they marked it, though, Mike. Way back at the 40. We have a timeout, right?
I believe we have one left. That was a great catch by Loveland. 15 seconds as the clock winds down. Timmons is back. Timmons is going to fire it down the middle. Oh, Loveland, boy, he took a shot right to the head there. If that would have been on Sunday, they might have taken that guy away in handcuffs. We call it football here on Friday nights. It's second down.
Why'd they pull that ball way back to the 40, Mike?
Yeah, I thought when he finally corralled it, he was at the 37 or 8 myself.
How many yards did you give him on that?
22.
22. Chandler Timmons now 2 for 7 for 28 yards.
Now the Rams are going to call time with 9 seconds to go. I think they'd have been better served calling it after that long pass. They'd have saved more time.
Yes.
Mustangs 21, Rams
long play.
This will probably, we're down near the last play of the half. Remember, stay tuned at halftime. We'll have stats for you. All that good information here on night one.
Our old friend Sam Albert up at Kiski. Listen to this, Mike. They need
Sam's still going, huh?
Yeah, they need 3 wins to get to 300. Now listen to this. It took the school just 29 years to earn 200 wins.
Dick Dilts.
It took them another 29 years to get the next 100 wins.
Remember the last time Kiski was here? Coach Dilts was here.
Yes.
A couple of years ago, not that long ago.
He looked great, too. Can you imagine that, though? 29 years to get 200, another 29 to get 100. And they got to get 3 this year to get the 300.
And you realize what happened. Coach Dilts retired. That was the difference.
He was way ahead of his time, especially with training. You know, he was one of these guys that, you know, they got the weight room early. You know, he was way ahead of his time when it came to things like that.
You know what's coming, don't you, Dane?
He didn't get into the playoffs because of larger points.
It's time for the hook and lateral, Dane.
Here we go. Let's see if we got it in the book.
You think it's time? Oh, it's in the book. We've used it a few times. We used it remember late in the game, late in the half at South Fayette last year?
And we know how to score, too, right?
Timmons is back. He's going to fire it deep, and Christ is down there. He's incomplete at the 5-yard line. He nearly pulled it in, but there's 2 seconds left.
Hand-to-hand combat down there. And I'd love to tell you who the defender is, but I have no clue with those uniforms.
I'll help you, Dean. It was Reed Martin.
They have been going at it hand-to-hand.
We're lucky. Mr. Wood, Mr. Heasley, and myself have binoculars, and it's the only way we can tell what's going on. He's in every play because Reed Martin's been tremendous tonight.
He's the one with the black gloves on, guys?
Yeah, and he ran the punt back.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, he's been busy.
The number 8 has black gloves.
Oh, he's returning
That's
starter.
Sluka. So here we go. 4th down. And Timmons arches it down the middle, and it is tipped up in the air and incomplete. Jochum had 5 white shirts near him.
And almost pulled it down.
And he almost pulled it down, and that's going to do it. That's going to be the end of the first half.
21.
Here at Highlands with your score.
Rams 6.
The Plum Mustangs 21, the Highlands Golden Rams 6. We'll take a break. We'll be back with stats and more right after.